Have you ever stopped to consider the power of the words you speak to yourself? We often think that the words we hear from others have the greatest impact on us, but the truth is, the most significant and life-altering words are the ones we say to ourselves. What would happen if you decided to talk to yourself like you truly believe in your potential? What if, for just 3 days, you committed to changing the way you communicate with your own mind? Let me remind you, your words shape your reality. The internal dialogue you carry has a profound influence on your life. It's not just about what you say to others. It's about the words you speak to yourself when no one is listening. These words either build or break you. They either empower or limit you. And so, the first step toward transforming your life is to speak life into your own spirit. Over the next 3 days, I encourage you to talk to yourself as if you are already living your dreams. Speak to yourself with confidence, love, and affirmation. Remind yourself of who you are and the greatness that lies within you. Too often, we focus on our shortcomings, on the mistakes we've made, and on the limitations we think we face. But the truth is, you are far more capable than you give yourself credit for. Challenge the lies that have held you back. Every time a thought comes that tells you that you can't, counter it with the thought that you can. Replace fear with faith. Replace doubt with confidence, and replace confusion with clarity. For 3 days, speak to yourself like a winner, like someone destined for success, greatness, and fulfillment. Speak to yourself as someone who has a clear purpose, someone who is walking in their vision every single day. Every word you speak to yourself should align with your highest vision for your life. During these 3 days, you may encounter doubt, negativity, or resistance. But remember, your words are your most powerful tool. The more you speak to yourself with intention, the more you will begin to see your mindset shift. You will start believing what you speak, and soon enough, your actions will follow suit. It's not enough just to think positive thoughts for a day. It takes consistency. It takes effort. In these 3 days, you will begin to see how your words shape your reality. And when you see even the smallest change, you'll know that you are on the path to a complete transformation. So, I leave you with this challenge. For 3 days, talk to yourself like you are already the person you want to become. Speak as though success is inevitable. Speak as though you are walking in your purpose. And speak with the certainty that your life is shifting starting now. Your future starts with the words you speak today. Let those words empower you. The way we talk to ourselves directly influences how we see ourselves. Our inner dialogue often shapes our self-worth and identity more than anything else. When we speak to ourselves in a positive, affirming way, we reinforce the belief that we are capable, valuable, and deserving of success. However, when we allow ourselves to be caught up in negative self-talk, we begin to doubt our abilities, question our worth, and settle for less than we deserve. The words we use when we talk to ourselves become the foundation of our identity. Many people go through life carrying the weight of negative words and beliefs that have been imposed upon them by others, by circumstances, or by their own doubts. These beliefs can often be so ingrained in our thinking that they become our default setting. If we constantly tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that we can't achieve something, or that we don't deserve better, we start to live from that belief. We begin to make decisions and take actions based on a distorted view of who we truly are. We may even accept situations, relationships, and opportunities that are far below what we are capable of or worthy of, simply because we have adopted these limiting beliefs about ourselves. But the truth is, your worth is not determined by what others think of you or by your past failures. It's not about the mistakes you've made or the things you've yet to accomplish. It's about understanding that you are valuable simply because you exist. Your worth doesn't fluctuate based on circumstances, and it isn't dependent on anyone's approval. It's inherent in who you are. When you begin to shift your inner dialogue, you start to shift your perception of yourself. Instead of seeing yourself as lacking or broken, you begin to see yourself as whole, capable, and worthy. This doesn't mean ignoring the areas where you need growth or improvement. Rather, it means acknowledging that you are enough as you are, while also recognizing that you have the potential to grow, learn, and evolve. Speaking kindly and positively to yourself doesn't mean being blind to your flaws. It means treating yourself with the same love, grace, and respect that you would offer to someone you truly care about. Your words shape your reality. The more you affirm your value, the more you will begin to embody that worth. You'll start to recognize opportunities that reflect your true identity, and you will attract people and situations that align with the person you know you are. When you talk to yourself with kindness and respect, you open the door to greater self-empowerment and confidence. Over time, your identity begins to reflect the truth of your worth, and you live in alignment with the person you were always meant to be. The words we speak have an undeniable power to shape our reality. Every thought that passes through our minds and every word that leaves our mouths carries energy, and that energy influences the way we experience life. What we say to ourselves and to others sets the tone for our actions, our beliefs, and even the opportunities we encounter. The truth is, words are not just sounds or symbols. They are a reflection of our inner world, and they have the power to create or destroy. When we speak negatively or focus on our limitations, we reinforce the idea that we are incapable or unworthy. These words act as affirmations, planting seeds in our subconscious that grow into beliefs, shaping how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. If we constantly tell ourselves that something is impossible or that we will never succeed, we begin to believe it. We close ourselves off to potential opportunities and convince ourselves that we're bound by circumstances, often without realizing that we are the ones holding ourselves back with the very words we speak. On the other hand, when we speak words of affirmation, possibility, and encouragement, we begin to open up our minds and hearts to the possibility of transformation. Words like I can, I am capable, and I deserve success don't just sound good. They start to rewrite the script in our minds, changing the way we think and act. They empower us to take risks, face challenges, and pursue our goals with greater confidence. It's through our words that we define the limits of our potential, and by changing our language, we can break free from the barriers we've created for ourselves. Our words not only influence our own mindset, but also impact those around us. The language we use when interacting with others can build relationships, uplift spirits, and inspire action. Just as negative words can create conflict or reinforce a sense of defeat, positive words can spark motivation, instill hope, and encourage growth. The way we communicate with others reflects the beliefs we hold about ourselves and the world, and those beliefs in turn shape the reality we collectively experience. What's even more profound is that the words we speak create a self-fulfilling prophecy. When we repeatedly say something, we begin to take actions that align with those words. If we tell ourselves that we will succeed, we will act in ways that move us closer to our goals. If we believe that we are worthy of happiness and success, we begin to make choices that reflect that belief. On the flip side, if we tell ourselves we can't do something, we may unknowingly sabotage our own progress, staying stuck in situations that match our negative self-talk. Over time, these words shape our experiences, and our reality becomes a reflection of the language we use. This is why it is so important to be mindful of what we say. Our words set the direction for our lives, influencing our mindset, our relationships, and the opportunities we attract. The reality we experience is a direct result of the words we choose to speak and think. If we want to create a life of success, fulfillment, and joy, we must choose our words carefully and consciously, using them to build the future we desire. Limiting beliefs are the invisible walls that hold us back from reaching our full potential. They are the thoughts and convictions we carry with us, often without even realizing it, that shape our perception of what is possible for us. These beliefs are formed over time, influenced by past experiences, societal expectations, and the opinions of others. While some of these beliefs may have been useful at one point, many of them have outlived their purpose, and now they simply limit us, confining us to a life that's smaller than what we are capable of. The danger of limiting beliefs lies in how deeply ingrained they become in our thinking. They start as small doubts or negative thoughts, but over time grow into fixed convictions. For example, you might have been told at a young age that you weren't good enough, smart enough, or capable enough to achieve certain things. Over the years, these messages, whether from family, teachers, or peers, become internalized, and before long, they shape your actions and decisions. You may avoid pursuing your dreams or hesitate to take risks, not because you lack the ability, but because your beliefs have already convinced you that you can't succeed. What makes limiting beliefs so powerful is that they create self-fulfilling prophecies. When we believe something is impossible, we subconsciously start making choices that align with that belief. If we think we're not worthy of success, we may self-sabotage, or we may not put forth the effort needed to achieve our goals. If we think we aren't capable of handling challenges, we avoid stepping outside of our comfort zone. These beliefs restrict us from taking action, and because we never take the necessary steps to pursue our potential, our reality reflects that limitation. The first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is to identify them. This requires a level of introspection and awareness. You must be willing to examine the thoughts that cross your mind and challenge the assumptions you made about yourself and the world. Ask yourself where these beliefs originated. Are they based on facts, or are they simply stories you've accepted as truth? Often, limiting beliefs are rooted in fear or insecurity, and once we bring them into the light, we can begin to question their validity. By doing so, we empower ourselves to release the hold they have on our lives. Once we've identified our limiting beliefs, the next step is to replace them with empowering beliefs. This doesn't mean simply thinking positively or ignoring reality. It means consciously choosing beliefs that support our growth and potential. For example, instead of believing, "I can't do this," we can choose to believe, "I may face challenges, but I have the ability to learn and overcome them." Rather than saying, "I don't deserve success," we can affirm, "I am worthy of achieving my goals and living a fulfilling life." Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones shifts our mindset and opens the door to new possibilities. Overcoming limiting beliefs also requires consistent action. It's not enough to simply change our thoughts. We must back up those thoughts with behavior that aligns with our new beliefs. When we act in alignment with our empowering beliefs, we reinforce them and begin to dismantle the old, limiting ones. Each small step taken toward our goals is proof that our new beliefs are true and that we are capable of more than we once thought. Over time, this new way of thinking and acting becomes our reality, and the limitations that once held us back begin to fade. It's important to remember that overcoming limiting beliefs is a process, not a one-time event. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. There may be moments when old beliefs resurface, when doubt creeps in, or when setbacks occur. However, these moments don't have to define us. What matters is our commitment to challenging and changing our beliefs, to refusing to let fear or doubt dictate the course of our lives. The more we practice new ways of thinking and acting, the more we begin to break free from the chains of our past limitations and unlock the full potential within us. Vision and purpose are the driving forces that give our lives direction and meaning. Without a clear sense of where we are going and why, we can easily become lost or distracted, drifting aimlessly through life. Having a strong vision and a deep understanding of our purpose provides a clear roadmap, allowing us to navigate the challenges and opportunities we encounter with focus and determination. It's not just about having goals or ambitions. It's about understanding the deeper meaning behind what we do and how we contribute to the world. A vision is not just about seeing the future in a literal sense, but rather about picturing the life we want to create. It is the mental image of a future that aligns with our deepest desires and values. It's about imagining a life where we are not only successful but fulfilled, doing work that excites us, and living in harmony with our passions and strengths. A vision paints a picture of what's possible, helping us to see beyond our current circumstances and realize that we have the potential to achieve something greater. It acts as a compass, guiding us in the right direction, ensuring that every step we take moves us closer to our desired future. Purpose, on the other hand, is the deeper, intrinsic reason for why we do what we do. It's the sense of meaning that fuels our actions, the why behind our goals and dreams. Purpose provides us with the motivation to keep going when things get tough, helping us to persevere through obstacles and setbacks. It's easy to lose momentum when we don't have a clear sense of purpose. But when we know our purpose, when we understand why we're here and what we're meant to contribute, we are driven to keep moving forward even when faced with challenges. When vision and purpose are aligned, they become an unstoppable force. Your vision gives you something to strive for, while your purpose connects you to the deeper meaning behind that vision. The two together create a sense of fulfillment and passion that propels you through life's ups and downs. Without a clear vision, it's easy to feel uncertain about your next steps. Without a deep sense of purpose, even achieving success can feel hollow and unsatisfying. But when these two elements are in harmony, they create a life filled with meaning, direction, and drive. Having a vision and purpose doesn't mean that life will be easy or without obstacles. In fact, knowing your vision and purpose makes it easier to face adversity because you have something bigger to hold on to. When challenges arise, it's the vision of what's possible and the understanding of your purpose that keeps you going. It's the reminder that the journey you're on is worth it and that the struggles you face are simply part of the process. It's important to note that vision and purpose are not fixed or static. They can evolve over time as we grow, learn, and experience new things. What drives us today may change in the future as we discover new passions, encounter different opportunities, and shift our perspectives. However, even though the specifics of our vision or purpose might change, the underlying principle remains the same. We are always seeking to live a life that is true to who we are, aligned with our values, and connected to something bigger than ourselves. When we understand our vision and purpose, we no longer feel lost or directionless. We no longer allow external circumstances or the opinions of others to dictate the course of our lives. Instead, we step into our power, confident that we are on the path we are meant to walk. We make decisions based on our vision, and we take action motivated by our purpose. In doing so, we create a life that is not only successful in the eyes of the world, but deeply fulfilling on a personal level. We align ourselves with the best version of who we are and with the knowledge that we are here for a reason, with something valuable to offer to the world. Accountability is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and empowerment. It serves as a mirror that reflects our actions, helping us to align our behaviors with our goals and values. When we hold ourselves accountable, we take full responsibility for the direction of our lives, understanding that our choices and actions determine our outcomes. This sense of responsibility empowers us to make better decisions, stay focused on our objectives, and develop the discipline necessary to achieve our goals. Empowerment through accountability means recognizing that we have the power to shape our own lives. It shifts the focus from external circumstances or other people's actions to our own ability to control our destiny. When we hold ourselves accountable, we stop blaming others for our failures or delays and instead look inward to find the areas where we can improve. This mindset empowers us because it places the control firmly in our hands. We recognize that we have the tools, the capability, and the choice to take charge of our lives and create the outcomes we desire. Holding ourselves accountable requires a level of honesty and self-awareness that can be uncomfortable at times. It's easy to make excuses or justify why we didn't take action. But true accountability demands that we acknowledge the areas where we've fallen short. It requires us to be real with ourselves about our weaknesses and limitations, but also to celebrate our strengths and successes. Accountability allows us to measure our progress, track our growth, and identify the habits or patterns that either propel us forward or hold us back. One of the key benefits of accountability is that it helps us stay committed to our vision and goals. Life can be full of distractions, and without accountability, it's easy to lose focus or give up when things get difficult. But when we have someone, or even just ourselves, holding us accountable, we are more likely to stay on track. Whether it's setting deadlines, creating check-ins, or simply committing to daily actions that support our goals, accountability helps us maintain momentum. It ensures that we are taking consistent, deliberate steps toward the future we want to create. Accountability also fosters a sense of personal integrity. When we hold ourselves accountable, we build trust with ourselves. We prove to ourselves that we can follow through, that we can set intentions and see them through to completion. This integrity is empowering because it strengthens our belief in our own ability to succeed. It makes us more reliable, both to ourselves and to others, which in turn boosts our confidence and self-esteem. The more we show up for ourselves, the more we build a positive cycle of achievement and self-belief. Accountability creates a structure for growth. It challenges us to keep improving, to stretch beyond our comfort zones, and to continuously pursue higher levels of excellence. By holding ourselves accountable, we are not settling for mediocrity, but instead striving for the best version of ourselves. It encourages us to take ownership of our actions and learn from our mistakes, which ultimately leads to personal development. Empowerment through accountability means that we are not waiting for external forces to change our lives. We are taking responsibility for our own progress, and we are actively shaping our journey. In addition, accountability can be a catalyst for resilience. When we hold ourselves accountable, We learn how to deal with setbacks and failures in a constructive way. Instead of giving up or becoming discouraged, we learn to take responsibility, evaluate what went wrong, and adjust our approach moving forward. This process builds mental toughness and emotional resilience. It teaches us that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but simply a part of the learning process. Accountability helps us stay committed no matter the obstacles and empowers us to continue pushing forward. Empowerment through accountability is also closely linked to a sense of ownership over our lives. When we hold ourselves accountable, we stop living reactively, waiting for things to happen or for others to make decisions for us. Instead, we take initiative. We decide what we want and we take the necessary steps to make it happen. This proactive approach to life increases our sense of control, which in turn enhances our confidence and self-efficacy. The more we take ownership of our actions, the more empowered we feel to create the life we want. The key to rapid transformation is the ability to focus intensely on one area of our lives and apply focused, purposeful action. Whether it's a change in mindset, behavior, or habit, taking just 3 days to consciously commit to improvement can ignite the process. The most important factor is the willingness to commit to these 3 days with full intention, knowing that this initial step will create the momentum needed to continue the transformation. The first part of transformation is often the hardest, making the decision to take action. For many, the idea of change is overwhelming, especially when we look at it in the context of months or years of work. But when we focus on 3 days, the scope feels more manageable. The concept of committing to just a few days allows us to put aside the weight of long-term expectations and focus on what we can do right now. This immediate focus breaks down the larger task of transformation into smaller, more achievable goals, making the process feel less daunting. In the first 3 days of transformation, the most important shift is often internal. We can choose to start by changing the way we speak to ourselves. Our internal dialogue has an incredible power over the direction of our lives, and when we shift the language we use, replacing negative self-talk with affirmations of strength, capability, and belief, we begin to rewire our thinking. This shift in mindset can have a ripple effect on our actions, our emotions, and even the way we see opportunities around us. In just 3 days of consistent positive thinking, the foundation for long-lasting transformation can begin to form. Another crucial element of transformation is the decision to take action. Change is not just about thinking differently, it's about doing things differently. In 3 days, you can begin to make different choices that align with your desired transformation. Whether it's committing to healthier habits, starting a new project, or taking steps toward a personal or professional goal, the act of showing up and taking action is one of the most powerful ways to kickstart change. Even small, consistent actions can compound and lead to big results over time. During these 3 days, it's important to create new routines or behaviors that support your vision for change. By consciously choosing to engage in actions that align with the person you want to become, you send a clear message to your brain that this is who you are now. For example, if your goal is to be more focused and productive, you might choose to implement a morning routine that sets the tone for the day, or commit to a specific time for working on your goals. These small habits, when repeated consistently over 3 days, begin to shift your sense of identity, helping you see yourself as someone who follows through and is capable of transformation. In addition to mindset and action, transformation requires a willingness to let go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve us. Often our old behaviors and thought patterns are what keep us stuck. They are comfortable even if they are not helping us move forward. In just 3 days, we can choose to. In conclusion, transformation, even in just 3 days, is not only possible, but incredibly powerful. The key is to focus on shifting our mindset, taking purposeful action, and committing to consistent change. While 3 days may seem like a short amount of time, it's enough to spark momentum and set the stage for lasting growth. By consciously choosing to change our thoughts, behaviors, and habits, we begin to unlock our potential and pave the way for a new reality. It's important to remember that transformation is a process, and even small steps taken with intention can lead to monumental shifts over time. The first 3 days are simply the beginning, but they are often the most impactful. With commitment and the belief that change is possible, we can step into a new version of ourselves and start creating the life we've always dreamed of.